now I'm back inside and I'm in my room. It's already 8:49 p.m. and I was distracted for a while. Anyway, once you're done taking the photos, you take them to Photoshop. I totally forgot that I was going to record it and I already started editing a video. Now this particular photo, I have to rig it because if I don't have the clear sky, because I happen to be in a neighborhood, so there are trees and houses and fences, and you don't want any of that. Well, as long as you have most of the sky in the picture, you basically can just use that to clone some of the sky and make it more of the sky. It's still technically photography because I'm using everything from a photo. You know, I'm just cloning the sky or whatever. It's just for creative purposes, and it can help you in sometimes photos don't turn out as well on location and it's only one little thing that you need to fix, and Photoshop really helps with that. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing, and I cannot record my screen because I don't have the right cord for it, but I do have the program, but it's connected through HDMI and it doesn't work that way. Sorry. But I will record the screen with the video camera to show you what I've done so far and to show you the steps to take in editing a jump photo with clouds in the back. So here I have the photo, and I chose this particular one where it looks like I'm running in the air, and I have it open up on Photoshop. The original is this. I selected myself. I use layer masks when I do it, so I selected all the way around me, actually selected the sky and then did it inverse, and then I made it its own layer, and then I began to clone the sky, and you can just go through it and do all kinds of little edits to it to eventually get a background that looks like a sky. What you also can do is open up the other image that you took, if you took it, of the sky by itself without me in it. So I took that right before I did it, same exposure. It's not going to work for me, but it may work for you. So you can always use like other photos to kind of just clone some of the sky. No big deal. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make sure it's cropped correctly. I kind of want to be like centered more. So I'll go like this, and there we go, we cropped it. Over here, right here, sorry it's like can't record the screen, it makes it really hard, is my layers. I have my background layer and then I have my layer masks. My layer mask is me jumping, as you can see, me as a little white, what's showing, and then back here is the background. So you want them separated so that you can work on the lighting and the contrast on them separately. To move over here, I will show you that one of my feet, this one, has, I don't know if you could tell because it's having a hard time focusing, it's a little fuzzy. We zoom in on there. Sorry. It's a little fuzzy. So what I'm going to do is make sure I define it on my layer mask so that this particular layer on the foot shows and it doesn't fade into the background. So I need to do the color white on a layer mask. We're going to make it more defined now. And if you mess up with layer masks, you just use white to uncover and black to cover. So if you accidentally go too far down, you can either Control-Alt-Z and get rid of it and start over, or if you go too far down, you can switch your color to black and hide that part from that layer. That's why I love layer masks, because you can make mistakes and you can fix them. It will never be permanent when you accidentally erase the wrong setting. It doesn't have to be perfect because you want the sky kind of like to obviously blend with the photo. This is a rather quick tutorial on how to edit, just really quickly. Like, it really will help if you already know Photoshop, and if you don't know Photoshop then you probably have to ask me questions. I might be able to answer them, but I'm trying to go really quick. So basically we separated the background with me, and we can edit myself separately at this point. I'm kind of like on the gray side, and here I'm like really bright, and here I'm really dark. And I mean, it looks pretty cool as a silhouette, you know? But that's not what I want. So what I'm going to try to do with myself is to brighten up my mid-tones, and then bring down the black, and get myself kind of, you know, bright and stuff. You don't want to go too overboard because then your background doesn't really stand out. So there's some light parts in my hair, and I'm going to have to erase that from the layer. Cover it, and that way it blends in with the background. In this particular photo, the background, I'm actually really dark because I changed the settings. So with that, I kind of want to make my sky more on the darkish side, but with contrast. I mean, sky's up to you at this point. So bringing myself in here, Now it appears that I don't have as much contrast. So you can do auto curves and stuff and see what's best for it. Here now we zoom in and we look at the parts of the hair is white. And we go to layer masks, and on this, like this part right up here, I don't know if you can tell her, I'll do it down here. This part down here, I'm going to select with my selection tool the parts that I believe should be. You can select or you can do it manually. I'm probably gonna do it manually. So yeah, I'll feather it, right click and then feather, so that it's not harsh edges, some feathered edges. And we're just gonna erase from there. Now I'm gonna do it manually over here. Feather edges, oops, make sure it doesn't look white. You can put the opacity at a lower thing and kind of just like build it. I mean, the hair doesn't have to be perfectly lit if you just want to like darken it and stuff, you know. And again, if you cover or uncover certain spots and you don't like it like that, that's the joy in layer mask. You just switch to white and reveal that part of the layer all over again. You can like lighten around me, stuff like that. You don't want the trees to show, so you don't want to go like down here and start revealing the fence. But you can like, I don't know if this is making sense. Anyway, now that I did that much, I actually take a snapshot over here in history. You'll see a little snapshot button on the bottom, and it's like right over here for me because I set mine up this way. And I just take a snapshot in case I get really far in all my like actions that I make and I want to come back. So after I did that, I might do Control-Shift-E and I'd put my layers together, and now I work on the photo as one layer. So with that being said, we can fix the lighting, and if you feel it's fine, I like to sharpen my pictures. So I always do unsharp mask, not too sharp looking, just like a slight sharpage. It makes it look more spot on. You can play with lighting effects, in which it opens up a separate screen and gives you options. I still have Photoshop open from yesterday, so it saved all my different little actions that I took in the edits. So here I'm like looking to see if I want to do anything with the photo, like add this lighting effect. And I actually think it looks pretty cool, you know? So if you really like what happens in the photo, then stick with it. Another thing you could do is variations, and you can add some color. This is the intense version of it. This is the slight version of adding color. I've kind of want it on the more warm feeling, so I'm gonna do that, see how it looks. There we go. This is me running in the air. So that was a quick edit for the photo. Again, if you have questions, just ask it. This is usually how my self-portrait sessions go, if they're jumping. And I'll probably have more videos in the future and like different ideas if anyone's interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll put my like page down below for my photography, plus my Flickr, plus my DeviantArt, wherever, you know, I'm all over the web. Wherever you want to check out my work, that would be awesome, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night or whatever.